What's up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Buzz News. Ariel Helwani has made a shocking revelation on his MMA show, confirming that several UFC fighters have been approached to throw fights for money. According to Helwani, this is not an isolated case but part of a disturbing pattern within the sport. He stated that he has spoken to multiple individuals, both fighters and insiders, who have either personally experienced or know others who have been approached with such offers. Helwani explained that these offers often come in the form of direct conversations, with people asking fighters if they would be interested in losing a fight intentionally in exchange for a specific sum of money. I have been told by multiple people that they've been approached and asked, "Are you interested in throwing a fight for X amount of dollars?" he revealed. He went on to suggest that this may have been the case in the situation involving fighter Darrick Minner, as all signs seem to point toward potential foul play. Helwani emphasized that if this is indeed true, it's a massive issue for the UFC and the integrity of mixed martial arts as a whole. The veteran journalist also discussed how this situation raises broader concerns, especially considering the questionable refereeing and controversial judging that have occurred recently inside the octagon. When you look at some of the strange outcomes and inconsistent officiating, it's hard not to wonder if something deeper is going on, he said. Helwani clarified that no official evidence has yet linked the referees or judges to such incidents, but the repeated occurrences of questionable decisions have left fans and fighters alike frustrated and suspicious. It's very easy to do, and we've now seen it happen in broad daylight multiple times, Helwani warned. He concluded by stressing that these developments could have long-term consequences for the sport's credibility. If fighters are being bribed to manipulate outcomes, it threatens to undermine everything the UFC and MMA stand for: discipline, competition, and fair play. According to Helwani, this growing concern needs urgent attention before it spirals further and damages the sport's reputation beyond repair. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for latest MMA updates. We truly value your support and needs your help to grow. Move on to another news. Sean O'Malley has openly admitted that he used to study Conor McGregor's press conferences in great detail, calling himself a Conor McGregor wannabe. During a recent episode of the Bromalley podcast, the former UFC bantamweight champion revealed how deeply McGregor's charisma and promotional style influenced him early in his career. O'Malley explained that he would re-watch McGregor's old press conferences repeatedly, studying his tone, confidence, and timing. "I used to watch them on repeat," he said. "Conor is such a character. We forget how special that era was. In 20 years, when it's all said and done, we'll look back and realize how crazy it was that we got to witness the Conor era. The guy's a freak." Reflecting on McGregor's promotional skills, O'Malley admitted that he was often jealous of how effortlessly McGregor could captivate a crowd. "I wished I could talk like that," he confessed. "When he promotes fights, even when it's something like bare-knuckle events, I still find myself watching. I think, man, he just knows how to sell it." However, O'Malley also admitted that sometimes McGregor's statements would come off as over the top. "I remember watching one of his promos where he was talking about whoever won a fight would have to face him, the real boss," he recalled. "At first, I thought it sounded kind of dumb because he wasn't actually going to do it, but then I realized, that's Conor. He says what he wants, and people listen." Despite some of his criticisms, O'Malley couldn't hide his admiration for what McGregor accomplished as both a fighter and a global icon. "He changed the game," O'Malley said. "Whether you like him or not, Conor made MMA exciting in a way nobody else did. Watching him made me want to improve not just as a fighter, but as an entertainer. The possibilities he created for all of us are endless." Chael Sonnen also weighed in on the discussion later, saying that O'Malley's honesty proves how influential McGregor still is in the sport. "McGregor's blend of confidence, humor, and unpredictability continues to inspire a new generation of fighters who aim to bring that same energy into the octagon and beyond." Move on to another news. Chael Sonnen believes there's a clear and undeniable path for Islam Makhachev to finally step out of Khabib Nurmagomedov's shadow and establish his own legacy. Speaking on the latest episode of The Good Guy, Bad Guy show, Sonnen explained that if Makhachev captures the welterweight title, it would mark a defining moment in his career, one that would separate his accomplishments from Khabib's forever. "I love to hear it from him because he's earned everything the hard way," Sonnen said. "He cleaned out one of the toughest divisions in the entire sport, and now he's moving up to another one. That's what greatness looks like. If Islam truly wants to no longer be seen as the heir to Khabib's throne, then he needs to do something Khabib never did, and this is his opportunity." Sonnen emphasized that it's not about rivalry or one-upmanship between the two friends and teammates. "I know deep down, that's not his motivation. Islam isn't trying to outshine Khabib. Khabib, but years from now, when people look back at his career, his grandkids will be able to point to something that's uniquely his, something that even Uncle Khabib didn't achieve. Sonen's comments were in response to a recent interview where Makhachev addressed similar questions about living under Khabib's legacy. When asked if surpassing Khabib's achievements mattered to him, Islam dismissed the idea entirely. "What a stupid question," he said. "Khabib is my brother. I don't want to do anything better than him. We do this together. But this next step, is for my legacy." According to Sonnen, that mindset perfectly defines Islam's journey. He's doing it for himself, not to overshadow Khabib, but to complete his own story. "That's the sign of a true champion," he added. "If he goes up and wins that welterweight belt, he'll be remembered not just as Khabib's student, but as one of the greatest fighters to ever do it." As Islam Makhachev continues to dominate opponents and move toward a potential second title, the MMA world is watching closely. Sonnen concluded, "Right now, Islam's on the verge of legacy, and this is his moment to step fully into his own spotlight." Move on to another news. Francis Ngannou has officially turned down an offer to fight Jake Paul, despite Paul's team scrambling to find a replacement opponent after the cancellation of his highly anticipated bout with Gervonta Davis. The planned super fight, set to stream on Netflix, was abruptly called off just days before fight night. No official explanation was given by Netflix or Most Valuable Promotions, though it followed the promotion's announcement that they were investigating allegations stemming from a recent civil trial involving Davis. According to reports, fans who purchased tickets will receive automatic refunds within 14 to 21 days. In the meantime, Jake Paul's team reportedly reached out to several potential replacements, including Nate Diaz, Ryan Garcia, and Francis Ngannou. However, Garcia was unavailable, and Ngannou has now made it clear that he's not interested in stepping in. Speaking to TMZ Sports, Ngannou explained his decision in detail. "Yes, Nikisa Bidarian reached out the other day and told me they needed a replacement for Gervonta. I listened, but honestly, I didn't get it. I was so confused. I wasn't expecting that at all." The former UFC heavyweight champion added that the proposal didn't make sense to him from any angle. "I told them straight up, no, bro, come on, don't disrespect me like that. They even came back and said, what if the numbers are good? But it's not about the numbers. If this was about money, we could have started that conversation differently. I'm just not interested. It makes no sense for me right now." Ngannou went on to question the logic behind the matchmaking. "How do you go from Gervonta Davis to Francis Ngannou? Davis is a fantastic boxer, one of the best in the world, and a one-punch knockout artist, but he's a lightweight. We're completely different fighters, in completely different worlds. It just doesn't make sense." He also emphasized that his career is focused on more meaningful opportunities. "At this point, for me to take that kind of fight, there has to be a reason beyond hype or spectacle. I respect Jake Paul and what he's doing, but this isn't the kind of challenge I'm looking for." Ngannou's response highlights his commitment to pursuing legitimate combat sports challenges rather than chasing social media-driven matchups. As of now, Jake Paul's camp is still searching for a new opponent, while Ngannou continues to focus on his path in professional boxing, one that keeps him aligned with serious competition and far from celebrity-style crossover bouts. Move on to another news. Ariel Helwani recently made shocking revelations on his MMA show, confirming that UFC fighters are being approached to throw fights for money. According to Helwani, this is not an isolated incident but rather a growing and deeply concerning issue within the organization. He stated that multiple credible sources have come forward, sharing that they either personally experienced or know other fighters who were approached by individuals offering financial incentives to deliberately lose fights. Helwani explained that several athletes have been contacted and asked direct questions such as, "Are you interested in throwing a fight for a certain amount of money?" These claims have reignited serious concerns about the integrity of the sport. Helwani went on to mention that this situation closely mirrors the controversy involving fighter Derek Minner, who was previously investigated for suspicious betting activity connected to one of his bouts. He believes all signs point toward similar circumstances in recent cases, raising alarms about the possible presence of corruption and outside influence within MMA. Helwani emphasized that this issue could become a massive problem for the UFC if not addressed immediately. The organization's reputation relies heavily on competitive fairness and public trust, both of which are at risk when rumors of fight manipulation surface. He pointed out that the rise in questionable officiating and bizarre refereeing decisions in recent events only fuels further speculation. While Helwani clarified that he has not been directly told that referees are involved, he noted that it's hard to ignore the timing and patterns, which seem too suspicious to dismiss entirely. recently. He stated, "You can't help but let your mind go there when you see the kind of strange calls and outcomes we've witnessed lately. There's no other reasonable explanation for some of the wacky stuff we've seen." Helwani concluded by warning that throwing fights is easier to do than many realize, and the fact that such offers are being made openly is alarming. He urged for greater oversight, stricter investigations, and stronger measures to protect the sport's authenticity. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the MMA community, with fans and fighters demanding transparency and accountability from the UFC and regulatory bodies. If true, these allegations could represent one of the most serious integrity scandals in the history of mixed martial arts. Move on to another news. Ilia Topuria once again proved why he's one of the most dangerous fighters in mixed martial arts, showcasing his elite grappling skills in a recent training session. In a video that quickly went viral across social media, the reigning UFC lightweight champion submitted his training partner in under 30 seconds, a clear reminder of his world-class ground game and finishing instincts. The clip shows Topuria entering the session calm and focused, maintaining his signature composure before the exchange begins. As soon as the grappling starts, his precision and timing take center stage. He immediately controls the pace, swiftly closing the distance and securing a dominant position. Within seconds, Topuria transitions seamlessly into a submission setup, displaying the kind of technical mastery and confidence that has defined his rise to the top of the division. Observers noted how effortlessly he blended power, balance, and strategy, moving like a seasoned grappler who's completely in control. His partner, though skilled, had no opportunity to escape as Topuria locked in the submission hold and forced the tap, all within half a minute. The gym erupted with applause and respect, recognizing the champion's flawless technique and discipline. Fans online were quick to react, praising Topuria's relentless training ethic and his ability to maintain sharpness even outside the octagon. Many commented that his speed and control during the sparring session looked identical to his performances under the bright lights of the UFC. This brief but dominant display reaffirmed why he's considered one of the most well-rounded fighters in the sport today, someone equally dangerous on the feet and on the ground. Topuria has built his reputation on precision, aggression, and composure, and this moment perfectly encapsulated all three. The video wasn't just another training highlight, it was a statement, a reminder that while others talk, Topuria continues to evolve. His focus on refining his grappling and submission skills signals that he's preparing for any challenge ahead, ensuring no opponent can exploit a weakness in his game. As he continues to defend and cement his legacy, this 30-second submission serves as a glimpse into why Ilia Topuria remains one of MMA's most complete and feared champions.